Hi team, Mr. Keffer here. Welcome to this week's Team Adult Senior Black Belt Track class for the week of January 23rd. This week we're going to be focusing on our self-discipline. Self-discipline is really when you're doing things on your own without being reminded of it. And we're going to practice that today by working on developing good habits. That's good habits with our strikes, with our blocks, with our punches. When we're doing this, we're not just going to go through them very fast with a lot of power. We want to make sure each time we do a technique, we're going to try and do our very best. Everyone show me your natural stance. Team, snap to attention. Spread your feet, make a fist cover. Bring your feet together. And team, when I say courage to bow, we're going to bow and say, I will do my best, sir. Team, courage to bow. I will do my best, sir. Relax stance, put your hands behind your back, and then repeat after me. To build true confidence, I must have knowledge of the mind, honesty in the heart, and strength in the body. All right, team, right back to your natural stance. Team, attention. Top of your right leg, go back to your stance. Go. All right, team, what we're going to work on is we're going to work on our back knees. We're going to take our back knee, we're going to bring it up. And I want you to drive your hips forward as you're doing this, bringing that knee up. It's not just going straight up like you're climbing stairs or doing a chamber. I want you to push your hips forward because we're thrusting in and trying to strike the attacker. All right, team, remember this week we're working on self-discipline. So as you're doing this, I really want you to focus on that hip position and correcting yourself as you go along, making sure you're leaning out and your hands are staying up, not dropping down around your waist. Right, hands are up. Right, and one, just bring that knee up, push out, right? And two, and three, keep those hands up. 4, back foot, the back foot should be flat on the ground as you're making contact, you're not up on your toes. 6, right, 7, and 8. All right, and switch, other side. Back knee again, just coming straight up and coming back down, right? And 1, look at where your hands are. 2, make sure the foot's flat. 3, pushing the hip forward. 4, 5, focus to the front. 6, breathe as you do this. 7, it could be kiai, it's asas, right? Switch sides. We did the back leg, let's do the front leg. So the front leg, we come up and drive into it. This is really great if someone's got you and they're coming in really quick and you just boom, throw your weight back. But again, our hips have to come forward with this to generate that forward power and momentum. All right, team, ready? With me. And 1, rock it up. 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and switch. Again, just our front legs coming up. As we're doing this, one of the things you're going to be doing is you're shifting to your back leg. The weight shifts to the back leg as you're going there, and we're driving up. Our knee gets soft. We're propelling ourselves forward, hip and leg extending as we strike. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and switch the other side. This time, team, we're doing a front hand pick. Someone's throwing a punch to our face. We're gonna do a real quick back down. Try not to lift your hands way up in the air, back down. You sit here in your guard, just gonna knock it down as it comes towards you. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then switch, try the other side. Again, it's just a front hand pick. Punches coming in, coming straight to our nose or to our chest. We're just gonna plop our hand down, slapping the hand down as we rotate our body a little bit to add a little more oomph to that. All right? And 1, 2, look where your hand is when it starts. Remember, don't go way up here. 3, 4, 5, we're just dropping our hand. We're not raising it and coming down. We just, wherever our hand is, it's just got to drop from right there. 6, 7, all right, and switch. Let's do a front pick, back cover. So we're going back to that combination we worked on in previous weeks. So from here, front hand pops down, boom, back hand comes up and covers. And remember, we're doing the cover. I'm not just bringing my arm up, I'm rotating my body so when I get hit, I can absorb that strike. The other thing I want to make sure I'm doing is I'm grabbing the back of my head, not just placing my hand on the side of my head. My elbow needs to be tight in your body, not floating on the air. Okay. Hands are up. Let's do our front before you go. Our front hand pick and our back hand cover. It's 1. Ready? 2, pick and cover. 3, pick and cover. 4, pick and cover. 5, pick and cover. 6, pick and cover. 7, pick and cover. And switch. All right, same thing. Front hand, and backhand, right? And 1, pick and cover. 2, pick and cover. And if you got a good guard here, this should come really natural for you. My hands are up high, it's easy to drop them down. My hands are down here, I have to raise it up, right? There's no way I'm gonna block something going in my face, my hands are here. The other thing is I'm doing a cover, my hands are down here. I really have to reach for it. And really, I don't want that happening. I'm here in my guard. I just really just kind of shrink my neck in and my head falls right in that sweet spot where that cover works well for me. So if your hands are up in the right spot, you're gonna find these techniques work really well, right? And 4, pick and cover, right? 5, pick and cover. 6, pick and cover. 7, pick and cover. 8, pick and cover. And 9, pick and cover. All right, so I'm switch, go to the other side. Team, we're gonna add on to this. We're gonna do the last move of our combination. So imagine if someone's coming at you with a roundhouse kick. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a leg check. So the leg check is coming in as the kick's coming into us. I'm gonna imagine it's coming in over here on my front side. So the kick's coming in here. I'm gonna bring my leg up to try and go against it. Now, if I was doing a front leg knee, my knee's going straight to the center. For this, I'm kind of going off at a 45-degree angle. My knee's going about 45 on this one. But I'm still trying to hit, if I can, across the muscle and not across the shin, right? Because if you've ever got anyone who hits you in the shin, you're gonna realize how painful that can be. So I'm gonna try and absorb up across the shin. Now, if I'm praying with a partner and they're doing a roundhouse kick on me, you're only gonna do 3 or 4 of these before you start getting very uncomfortable with this. Highly recommend practicing with an inside crescent kick, where you're going, that way you're going like muscle to muscle as opposed to bone to bone. All right, team, ready? Hands are up. Right, we're just do a front leg check, right? We're gonna 1, bring your leg up and back, right? 2, and 3. It's a little different than the knee because we're not driving our weight forward with this one. I'm actually rolling back. I'm using my body to absorb that strike, right? And 5, 6, and 7, and switch. I don't want to be a brick wall here. I don't want to be something that's going to get hit and I don't move and try and give 100% resistance. I want to be able to redirect and control with it, flow with the technique. I want to absorb into it. My back leg is soft when I get hit. So if I go and buckle it, like this is going to be solid. I'm going to use my back leg to kind of, as a shock absorber, to try and absorb that strike coming in. Right? And 1. Ready? 2. I'm going to bring that leg up a little bit off to the side. Ready? And 3. Ready? 4. And 5. 6. And 7. Awesome. And switch. Let's combine all those together. We're gonna do our front hand pluck, our back hand cover, our front leg check, right? And remember, the hands have to start out high. If they're starting low, this isn't gonna work for you. It's gotta be too slow for you to get your hands up to protect your face. All right, hands have to be high for this one, right? So even if you're in a de-escalation situation, if someone's accosting me at the mall or in the gas station, my hands are gonna be up here, right? Hey, I don't want any trouble. I want my hands here because, boom, it's easy for me to pluck. It's easy for me to get my hands in those positions. My hands are down here. It's much harder for me to move around. All right, we're back to our guard. Ready, team? And, ready, we're going to pick, cover, leg check. Ready? And 2, pick, cover, leg check. And 3, pick, cover, leg check. 4, pick, cover, leg check. And think about where your hands are in the leg check. Make sure you go back to your guard. Ready? 5, pick, cover, leg check. You should feel that body rotation on this, right? 6, pick, cover, leg check. Ready? And 7, pick, cover, and leg check. And then switch. All right, let's do this again. We're going to do front hand pick, back hand cover, front leg check. Right? And 1, pick, cover, check. Right? And 2, pick, cover, check. And by the way, you're doing this, like your knee and your elbow are coming together. It's almost like a universal block situation, except you're using your leg and your arm as opposed to both arms. Right? And 3, pick, cover, check. Ready? And 4, right? Pick, cover, check. Ready? And 5, pick, cover, and check. 6, pick, cover, and check. And 7, pick, cover, and check. Awesome, team. And let's go back. And I have one more thing. Let's go back to our attacks for this. What we're doing is we're defending against 3 specific attacks: across, a hook, and a roundhouse kick. Let's go through and practice those real quick. This is what we did a couple weeks ago. This is the beginning of our action warrior form. All right, team, right here. We're going to take our back hand. We're going to cross, front hand hook, back leg, roundhouse kick. That is our combination. That's the first part of the combination. That's the aggressive part. The second part is the defensive part. Right, team? With me. And 1. We're gonna cross, hook, kick. Ready? And 2. Cross, hook, kick. Ready? And 3. Cross, hook, kick. Ready? And 4. Cross, hook, kick. Ready? 5. Cross, hook, kick. And 6. Cross, hook, kick. Ready? And last one. 7. Cross, hook, kick. All right, and switch. Go. All right, team. Same thing on the other side. Again, it's a cross with the backhand, hook with the front, back leg roundhouse kick. Remember doing that roundhouse kick? We're pivoting with that front leg as we're kicking. All right, let's try it again. Ready? And 1. All right, so it's gonna be cross, hook, kick. Ready? And 2. Cross, hook, kick. 3. Cross, hook, kick. 4. Cross, hook, kick. 5. Cross, hook, kick. 6. Cross, hook, kick. And 7. Cross, hook, kick. So if you have a partner to work with, you can do the first half of the first 3 techniques, the cross, hook, and roundhouse kick, while your partner is doing the pluck, cover, and leg check. Well, if you don't have a partner, we're going to do this as a solo drill. We're going to do all 6 techniques at once, starting with the offensive moves, moving to the defensive one. So we're going to go back to our guard stance. All right, team. First thing, cross, hook, right? Roundhouse kick. All right. So from here, I'm just stepping forward, dropping into it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my pluck, cover, and then knee check, leg check. Right? And then we're going to step back. All right, team? And 2, cross, hook, roundhouse kick, pick, cover, check, and come right back. Ready? And 3. Right? So cross, hook, roundhouse kick, pluck, cover, check, come back. Ready? And 4. We're going to, punch, hook, roundhouse kick, set down. All right, we're going to pluck, cover, and check, and we're going to go back. All right, and 5, cross, hook, roundhouse kick, pick, cover, check, and then back. And 6, cross, hook, roundhouse kick, pick, cover, check, and back. And 7, cross, hook, roundhouse kick, pick, cover, check, back, and switch. All right, let's try the other side. And 1, cross, hook, roundhouse kick, front hand, pick, backhand cover, front leg check. Reset back to the beginning. Right? 2, cross, hook, roundhouse kick, front hand plucks down, backhand covers, front knee checks, goes back. 3, okay? And 3, cross, hook, roundhouse kick, pick, cover, check, and back, right? 4, cross, hook, roundhouse kick, pick, cover, check, and back. 5, cross, hook, roundhouse kick, pick, cover, check, and back. And 7, right? And go. Cross, hook, roundhouse kick, pick, cover, leg check with your leg, stop, stay back, or just get out of there. All right, and back to our natural stance. The self-defense technique we're going to work on now is our 2-hand choke from the front. The idea here is someone's coming and choking us. We're going to pluck down, we're going to kick, and then we're going to use our combination to escape from them. So a couple things to keep in mind as we're talking about choke. If someone's choking you, we want to get that pressure off our throat as fast as we can. For this specific drill, we're going to try and pluck down. Other tactics we can do is we can turn our head to the side. So as I'm doing it, turn my head to the side, takes the pressure off the front of my throat, so I can breathe a little easier. But hopefully we're not going to have them holding us that long. As their hands are coming up, I'm going to try and pluck at the same time. What we're going to do is we don't want to just engage our wrist muscles. And if you grab with your thumb all spread out here and you grab thumb on the bottom, fingers on top, what's going to happen is you're using your wrist, maybe your forearm muscles, you're using only a subset of your muscles. What we're going to do is we call a monkey grip. We're going to take our fingers and our thumbs and we're going to put them together, almost like we're doing a spear hand coming in. And we're gonna curl our fingers up and we're gonna grab that way. By grabbing this way, it forces us to engage our entire arm muscles. And with this one, we're gonna actually lean back a little, pull our body back so we engage our chest and our back muscles as well in this. So let's just do the pluck part first. We're standing here, someone starts to choke us with both hands. Our hands come up, fingers are next to our thumbs, everything's tight, curl your hands in, you're gonna pull down. At the same time you pull down, I want you to lean back and kind of try and pull yourself out of that, try and trap themselves in. So we're gonna go up and we're gonna lean back, right? We're gonna come up and lean back. You should feel a little tension in your back as you're doing this, as you're pulling back with it. Now at the same time we're doing this, we wanna try and kick them. So we're using a great concept in Kempo where we're trying to try two different opposing areas. So we're trying to hit high and low at the same time. High is in the arms where their hands are, that's where their tension is. And while their tension there, we're gonna kick to their groin at the same time or to the inside knee. If you can catch the inside knee, also good. And if they're really close, maybe it's just a knee. All depends on the situation. For today, we're gonna practice if it's a front kick. So from here, we're gonna pluck and kick at the same time. All right, let's do that again. We're gonna come over here, we're gonna pluck and kick at the same time. I'm gonna turn sideways so you see this. So I'm using my right leg for this. If you use your left leg, that's perfectly okay. Just so we're consistent, I'll be using my right leg today. So from here, we're coming up. We two-hand choke from the front. We're gonna pluck and kick. I put my leg back. I wanna drop my weight back on here. So if they are choking me here, as I pull my weight back, that's another way to help escape if the other two techniques have not worked for me. Okay. All right, so again, let's two-hand choke from the front. We're going to pluck, kick, drop your weight back, and then we're gonna add our combination that we've been working on. We're gonna do our cross, we're gonna do our hook, and we're gonna take our back leg, roundhouse kick, and then stop, stay back. And then roundhouse kick is probably going to the side of the leg, the hip to the knee. If you're super flexible and you want to practice to the head, awesome, go for it. It's always good to work on that flexibility and strength training as well. All right, two-hand choke from the front. We're going to pluck and kick. Drop your weight back. Cross, hook, roundhouse kick, and then stop, stay back. One more time, team. Two-hand choke from the front. Cross and kick, cross, hook, and kick. Stop, stay back. All right, everyone back to your natural stance. Team, let's have our senior black belt students, our first degree black belts and higher. I'm gonna have you grab your knee sticks and come right back out. Team, what we're going to work on next is we're going to work on the disarms for our 3, 4, and 5 attack. So if you remember, a 3 attack is coming across the body. So we're here. 3 is coming side to side. 4 is the backhand, and 5 is the thrust. So we'll be working on a disarm for someone attacking us with those 3 attacks. Disarm for number 3. So disarm for number 3 is building off of Serrata 3. So if you remember Serrata 3, they're coming in with a side strike, they're coming in off the side of our body. This type of strike, but it's coming in off my left. So what I end up doing is I step in, I strike down, my hand goes on top as I strike back, right? Do the X strike roll. So we're gonna do the same thing here with our disarm. I'll turn it sideways. The attacker's coming at me, they're coming in with a 3 strike, they're coming right across my body. As they do that, I step in, sticks pointing down, so stick to stick. My hand goes across theirs, it's hand to hand. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide my hand down so the back of my hand is against the back of the wrist. Back of my hand is against the back of the wrist. From here, I'm gonna slide underneath their arm and I'm gonna bring it up so I can see my palm. And then I'm gonna turn the palm toward them. It's called a snake disarm. So what's happening here is my arm, do it from the front, my arm comes down, I hit on their hand, it comes down, I look at my hand, and then I wave back out. So my hand's on their hand, imagine this is their hand, my hand is on their hand, I put my hand on the other side, back of my hand against their arm, I'm gonna bring it up so I can see my hand, and then I'm going to push out. But as you're doing this, we have a stick in our hand. We're gonna take advantage of that stick too. So we're here, it's a number 3 strike coming in. I'm gonna stick on stick, hand on hand, My back of my hand goes against the back of their hand. As I bring my hand up, I'm bringing the stick back. This is going to be a strike across their head as I bring the stick back. And then as I show them their hand, I'm going to strike again, going through. And that is our our disarm 3. So let's do that one more time. So from right here, I'm in my guard. He's coming at me. I'm going to do a low stick on stick. My hand goes on top of their hand. I slide down, and when I slide down on top, my back of my hand is toward their hand. My thumb is actually pointing to the ground. I am going to bring the hand up and look at my hand. As I do, I'm coming back around, striking to their head. And then I'm going to show them their hand. And this is really where we get the disarm, that little pop right there. And as I do that, I'm just going to hit at the same time to their hand. So think about, I'm here. My hand is away from them against the back of their arm. I'm coming up. I look at the palm of my hand. And then I show them the palm of my hand. All right, team. That is disarm number 3. We're going to look at the disarm for a number 4 attack. So this is very similar to the disarm for number 2. The only difference is like the height of the attack on this coming through here. So I'll turn sideways to this one. As the person's coming in my guard, they're coming in from over here. I'm going to step in, stick on stick, hand on hand. I'm going to thrust in over top. And then I'm going to drop the stick straight down, and I'm going to bring it up. Kind of make like a hashtag symbol with my arm and their arm, with our Arnie stick. And then I'm going to rotate my body back. I'm going to rotate my body back, pulling the Arnie stick back to my hip. So we're going to use our other hand in a second. I'll add that into it just in a second. I just want to get that first part for us. We're right here. We're doing the serrata first. Boom, we pop the stick. We're going to come in, we're going to thrust over top. And then I need to get my stick underneath their arm. So I'm going to just drop my stick straight down. And then I'm going to lever it up, pop it up underneath their arm. As I do this, this hand's going to come back. I'm going to keep that leverage going up. And I'm going to rotate back. And as I do, see how my body kind of rotates, my hand just normally came out there? I'm going to pop them in their elbow to try and help dislodge that stick. So let's try it again. This is disarm number 4. All right, so I'm here, I'm in my guard. They're coming in attack. Stick on stick, hand on hand. I go over top of the stick as I thrust down, dropping it down, bringing it back up, trying to use their arm as a fulcrum as I lever around. I'm going to lever it up. I'm going to rotate back and hit their elbow. Stick should come out of their hand, and then I'll just get back to my starting point. All right, one more time. We're right back to here. All right, so this is disarm number 4. We're stepping in. Stick in hand, thrust, drop down underneath, all the way up, rotate and strike to the elbow, and then reset. All right, back to our natural stance. Disarm number 5. This is for the straight thrust coming in. So this is a strip disarm. So we looked at snake, we looked at vine. This is going to be a strip disarm. So the idea here is they're coming in, and we're just going to take their stick, and we're just going to crank their wrist back pretty strong as they're coming in. We're just going to crank back on it. And we're also going to use the pointy, the butt of our Arnie stick, to strike against them. If you're working with a partner, please don't strike with the pointy. Try and use your forearm with it instead. It's just more kind to them. But if you get an actual assailant, we'd be striking with the butt of our weapon pointed. All right, so we're in our starting position. Remember, number 5 strike is a thrust straight to the body. What we're going to do is we're going to take our Arnie stick, we're coming in, we're pushing off the other side. I'm going to take this hand, I'm going to reach down, and instead of going to the hand, I'm going to go onto the stick, and I want my palm up. So when we did serrata, our palm was down. Our palms are going to be up so I can grab the stick underneath. So we're here, we're coming in, my palm is up, I'm getting the stick. I'm going to bring it straight up. Boom. I'm pulling the stick straight back up to their hand. All right. And 9 times out of 10, that might be sufficient enough to disarm them. But we're going to add some more to it. So again, we're right here. This is our disarm number 5. They're coming in. I scoot in and I block low. My stick, my hand goes underneath, so it's underneath sideways. I'll do like a 45, maybe you can see my hand a little better. So 1, 2, my hand's underneath. And then from here, I'm going to crank upward, boom. And then I'm going to bring my Arnie stick down right across the back of their hand. So So again, I'll do this at a 45-degree angle. I'm coming in. 1, 2, hand comes up. 3, and as it's here, I'm pulling back as I'm striking with my knee stick to make sure I can really pull that weapon away from. Okay. Let's do it one more time. Again, I'll do the 45-degree angle. We're in a starting position. This is Serrata 5, or sorry, Serrata 5. It is disarm 5. We're blocking. A hand goes underneath the underneath. I'm not trying to grab the underneath stick here. My hand's going underneath it, and then I'm kind of cupping it, and I'm pulling it forward. Boom. All right. Stick should be straight from the ear, pulling against the wrist. Again, it might already be disarmed. If that's the case, you're done. If not, you're going to pull away, and as you pull away, you're going to strike down. Your hand's grasping their underneath stick, and you're going to strike down across their wrist or forearm with the butt of the weapon, and that's going to be your disarm. Everyone's gathered in. We're going to go over our lesson of the week. This week, we're continuing to focus on our goal settings, specifically being mindful of our habits. The reality of it is, if you have the right habits, achieving your goals become a lot easier. If you have health and fitness related goals, and you're in the habit of working out every morning, coming to class here at Action 2 or 3 times a week, and you've replaced the soda in your life with water, well, whether it's your goal or not, you're naturally going to be healthier. If you're in school and you have the habit of studying each night and getting your homework done as soon as you get home, you're going to get better grades. The key is sometimes we try to start too big. We set a goal and then say, I'm going to work out for 60 minutes every day and only eat salads. It's kind of hard to keep that goal if it's too big, right? So my challenge for you this week is to think about what micro habits you can start putting into place that support your goals. Maybe it's taking the steps instead of the elevator at work. Maybe it's making a commitment to study for at least 10 minutes every night, even when you don't have a test scheduled. Little hinges swing big doors. Having these micro habits in place over time creates big results. All right, team, let's get back to our natural stance. All right, team, let's go ahead and grab our staffs. We're going to go over 12 count, all 12 moves. Team, remember when we're doing our staff work, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me, the techniques a little bit better, I think. So for our staff, our right hand is palm up, our left hand is palm down, our elbows are in close to our body, and our hands are all straight in front of us, just like this. That should divide the staff into equal parts for you. You don't want your hands way out here, okay, and you don't want your elbows way out here either, and you don't want your hands in really close together. It's kind of be awkward in the balance. So our neutral position, hands are out, just right out here, staffs in front. Right out here, staffs out in front. Start with our natural stance right here. Team, from here we're going to go to our tension stance. Our left leg goes in, our staff goes down, around, and behind us on the right side. We bow. We're going to go right back out to our natural stance. This is 12 count. From here, I want you to step back with your left leg, take your right leg into a pass stance, take the front of the stick, the right part of the stick, and you're going to swing it around, and you're going to curl around into an inward block. That's our starting position for our kata. So arm 1, the heel goes down, we step forward, stick goes all the way back behind us, as if we're striking behind us, and we're going to step in and we're going to thrust low. 2, we come back on one leg, crane stance, and we strike down. 3, plant your foot, step back with your left leg, and strike down low. That's 3. 4, swing around, strike to the side of the head. 5, circle back around, strike to the inside. 6, thrust straight to the center. 7, step all the way back with your right leg into a lean away stance. Left hand pushes down, pushes the stick away. 8, thrust down into their foot. 9, shift around, and we're going to block to the front. 10, step forward, strike to the side of the head. 11, we're thrusting into the face. 12, we're shifting back to our chest stance. We're circling back around. And this would be the exact same move we started the first move of the kata from. From here, we can go back to our natural stance. We can snap to attention. Left leg goes forward, staff goes behind us, and we bow, and we go right back out to our natural stance. All right, team. that is our Kata 12 count. So this is strike week. You can practice this a few times on your own, and you can send a video of this to your online coach. So they can give you some feedback on it, make sure you're ready for it. We'll be testing on this pretty soon in class, so you want to get a chance to practice with it as much as you can. All right, team, let's go put our staff back. Back out your natural stance. Team, snap to attention. Top of your right leg, go back to your stance. Team, what we're going to do is we're going to take our front hand. Actually, we're going to take our back hand. We're going to do our back hand. We're going to do a hammer fist. So things I want to look out for a hammer fist is we're going to bring that. We're coming up here. We're dropping the hand up. We're raising the hand up, and we're going to drop down. When we drop down, we're going to drop our weight down to it. We're trying to get that marriage of gravity, generate power with it, right? All right, team, ready? And 1, just drop down. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and switch. Go to the other side. Again, just a hammer fist, dropping our weight down, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and switch. Team, when you're doing hammer fist, you can do all types of hammer fist. Hammer fist could be striking straight down, could be striking to the side. A hammer fist is when we're striking with the meaty part of our hand. Team, let's do a back leg roundhouse kick. So remember, back leg roundhouse kick. Pivot on that front foot. You should feel no tension on your front knee as you're kicking. If you are, you need to rotate your front leg a little bit more. Rotate first, kick, and come back. All right, you ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, keep the hands out, 5, eyes focus on the front, 6, and switch. All right, team, again. Front pivoting on the front leg, kicking with the back leg, hands stay up the entire time. You want to get a good bit of body rotation right here. The knot of my belt's pointing over here. As I kick, it's going to be pointing at the other side. Right? And 1, pivot and kick. 2, 3, remember the knee comes up first, the leg comes up in the chamber, and then as we rotate. Ready? 4, 5, 6, awesome. And switch. Team, this time we're going to do an elbow strike. Backhand, elbow strike. Come here across. Things to keep in mind with the elbow strike is we want to hit with the flat part of our elbow, not here and not here. Great way to make sure you hit with the right part of the elbow is where your hand is. Thumb to the center of the chest, palm down. That will put your elbow in alignment. If your palm is pointing away from you, thumb is pointing down, it usually means I'm going to hit with the lower part of my elbow underneath, or if my thumb is up, I'm more likely to hit with the top of my elbow. Thumb to the center of your chest, you're more likely to hit with that sweet spot. Right there, it's nice and solid. All right, team, ready? Hands up in a guard. Ready? And 1, 2, and get that body rotation. 3, 4. Keep your other hand up in a guard. 5, 6, and switch. All right, same thing. Hands in a guard. Back hand comes around, rotates. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. And switch. This time, team, is going to be a jab, cross. Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook. And we're throwing back into our combination. Right? So, team, ready? On my count, right? And 1, it's going to be jab, cross, hook. 2, jab, cross, hook. 3, jab, cross, hook. 4, jab, cross, hook. 5, jab, cross, hook. 6, jab, cross, hook. 7, jab, cross, hook. And switch. All right. Front hand jab, back hand cross. Front hand hook punch. Ready? And 1, 2, asa. 2, jab, cross, hook. 3, jab, cross, hook. 4, jab, cross, hook. 5, jab, cross, hook. And again, making sure you keep the hands up, elbows in. Don't let your elbows flare out to the side as you're doing these techniques. All right? 5, jab, cross, hook. 6, jab, cross, hook. 7, jab, cross, hook. And switch. All right. Team, this time what we're going to do is we're going to do a jab and an elbow. We're going to do a front hand jab, back hand elbow. So very similar to our hook punch, coming around sideways, but this time what we need to do is we need to make sure our thumbs in the center of the chest and we're rotating in with that part of our body here. All right, hands are up, team. Ready? And 1, jab, elbow. Come right back. 2, jab, elbow. 3, jab, elbow. 4, jab, elbow. 5, jab, elbow. 6, jab, elbow. And switch, go. All All right, team, ready? Again, front hand jab, backhand elbow. Ready? 1, jab, elbow. 2, jab, elbow. 3, jab, elbow. 4, jab, elbow. 5, jab, elbow. 6, jab, elbow. All right, and switch. By the way, if you do have an X-ray, if you have a Wavemaster at home, these are great techniques to be practicing on the Wavemaster to generate that power. If you have a partner at home, they can hold targets for you as you're going through this. If you're like me and you're by yourself right now, you want to, which I think most of us are, we practice these in air. Solo drills are great for getting the technique down, for focusing on doing it right and developing good habits. Remember, self-discipline is all about developing good habits. The good habits we build up every day are the habits that are going to keep us moving forward and going to help us to grow stronger and better. All right, team, hands are back up. This time we're going to do jab, cross, hook, and then we're gonna do a roundhouse kick, boom, all right? And then we're gonna reset back to our beginning, right? Let's try it, right? Jab, cross, hook, roundhouse kick, right? And 1, jab, cross, hook, asa, ready? And 2, jab, cross, hook, asa, 3, jab, cross, hook, asa, 4, jab, cross, hook, asa, 5, jab, cross, hook, asa. 6, jab, cross, hook, asa. And switch, aya. All right, team, again. Jab with the front hand, cross, hook, pivot with the front leg, back leg comes around, roundhouse kick, and reset. Ready? And 1, jab, cross, hook, roundhouse kick. Really feel that rotation in your body. 2, jab, cross, hook, roundhouse kick. All right, 3, jab, cross, hook, roundhouse kick. Make sure the hands come back up. I know after that hook, it's tempted to leave our hands down. Bring them back up to a guard. 4, jab, cross, hook, roundhouse kick. 5, jab, cross, hook, roundhouse kick. Keep the hands up when you're doing the kick. Don't throw your arms behind you. Keep your hands up in a guard. Last one, team. And go. Jab, cross, hook, roundhouse kick. Back to your natural stance. Thank you very much for joining me for today's class. All right, team, don't forget, if you're doing this for on-demand class credit, you need to take a video of yourself doing the self-defense technique, and you're going to submit that to your online coach. Also, we're getting close to Strike Week and our belt promotion, so if you are comfortable with your kata, you know you have it down solid, and you're ready to test on that, please take a video of yourself doing your kata and sending that to your online coach as well so they can test you on that. All right, everyone show me your natural stance. Snap to attention. Face front and bow. Back out to your natural stance. Have a great week. Baby, see ya.